Hi, I'm George Bremer. This Colts game preview on HeraldBulletin.com is brought to you by Prairie Farms Dairy, celebrating 75 years. This week, the Indianapolis Colts travel to San Diego for Andrew Luck's primetime debut on Monday Night Football. The opponent is going to be a rejuvenated San Diego Chargers team. Quarterback Phillip Rivers, as head coach Chuck Pagano said today, seems to have found a fountain of youth. In his first season under Mike McCoy, whose previous stop was with Peyton Manning in Denver, Rivers has found new success piloting a hurry-up offense. The Chargers rarely huddle. They like to dictate terms to a defense, and Rivers said one of the biggest advantages is that he has so much time in the line of scrimmage, he can kind of wait, let the defense show its hand, change the play as many times as necessary until he feels like the Chargers are in an area he likes them to be in. Another big bonus for Rivers has been the return of tight end Antonio Gates. After struggling for the past few years with a foot injury, he's fully healthy this year. He's just as big a matchup problem as he has been any point in his career. Gates really the prototype for the basketball tight ends that we're seeing take over the league now, such as New Orleans' Jimmy Graham. And Philadelphia San Diego is just that much more efficient with him in the lineup. The other new addition is Danny Woodhead, scatterbug running back. He seems to do a little bit of everything for the Chargers. They line him up out wide, they put him in the backfield, they just try to get the ball into his hands in open space and let him make plays, and it seems to be working. If there are problems right now, it's on the defensive side. A lot of injuries on the defensive line have left them kind of thin in that area. And of course, Dwight Freeney, the longtime Colt, out for the season after suffering a hip injury. He was their best pass rusher at the outside linebacker position. Will be interesting to see how the Colts can take advantage there. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Colts.
Chad opens the barn at 5 a.m. Cindy works the land her grandfather plowed. Stan calls them his girls. And Allie just likes to feed the calves. These are the farmers of Prairie Farms Dairy, bringing you the farm fresh quality your family deserves.
And we pledge not to treat our cows with artificial growth hormones.
We are Prairie Farms Dairy.
From our family to yours, farmer-owned Prairie Farms.
One of the biggest keys in this game is going to be forcing turnovers. The biggest problem San Diego had last Sunday in their late night loss to Oakland was turnovers. They committed 3 of them. It turned into 17 points in the game. The Raiders ultimately won 27-17. Indianapolis has done a pretty good job of taking the ball away this year. After being minus 12 last season, they're plus 6 so far this year. The secondary has been a ball-hawking group led by nickelback Darius Butler. They need to get some interceptions to get Rivers off his game. Otherwise, he's going to sit back and really pick this team apart. It'll also be interesting to see how Luck does in his first Monday night game. He shared with the media earlier this week that he wasn't always allowed to stay up for the second half, and that's what he most remembers about Monday night. He'll definitely be awake for the second half this week, at least the Colts hope so. He's coming off an outstanding second half against Seattle, in which he really burned one of the league's best secondaries. He finished 11 of 16, threw for 132 yards in the second half. He had one of the best passes of his career to T.Y. Hilton on a third down play, which Chuck Pagano was still marveling about earlier this week, where he basically spun away from a blitzer up the middle, stopped as the defensive end came to him, and fired across the middle for a key first down on a drive that eventually led to the winning score for Indianapolis. Luck's going to need to be just as efficient this time around, and they really need Trent Richardson to take advantage of a banged-up Chargers defensive line. If they can, they'll set up another huge game next week when a certain number 18 comes back to town.